or the horse barns. It was all horse barns that come around the countryside, you see. And this the barnman ran off a wicked horse, and he says, no, now let your bearing near this horse because it's coarse, keks and everything. And but I get recht through, crowd recht through, and it's dummy, nu to their say. They say a horse not touch a field. I must be a field.
But the thing was that your mother told you it from the Turraku was staying through the streets.
Well, there's a country we was in, and it comes round now the doors asking for a donation to buy the cow back to get the firma back.
Aye.
But you would, before you could understand, but I think you should take that book him and you can give him a back sometime.
Mm-hmm. But your mother actually gave you the reins of the cow onto your hand to hold for a minute?
Well, as far as I can, she says you would have had a rope, but it come up by the door, you see, and so I didn't have a rope, and I wouldn't have been able to speak anything, I suppose, at that time, you see, because it was as fit to tell me that I had a rope.
Aye. And was that at this place here?
No, there used to be a place in the Broch Road called Johnny Speedy. They're all horses and everything, and there's a wee house at the roadside. I think it's down now aside Easterbow, and that's where we bed at that time, the house at the roadside. And they come around now the countryside with their school to collect money for it. So now about 12 pounds for a cow at that time.
But when you left the school, were you feet on farms?
Well, at Fairmere,
Mm-hmm.
I was 6 months in the wheel, and I got a wide 13-year-old, and I was supposed to back to their school with muck of my time, but this woman says, this teacher says I hadn't got your report card, and she didn't get it because I had in the house and I'd destroyed it. So I was supposed to help my father for 6 months to get my strength back, but I never got to help him. I firm up in my water to go duck and throw parks and herd the sheep and things like that. And then the day term, he says, I had to give your loan something, but money get in, locked the door and disappeared, so I think I got a penny for that 6 months. And then my next firm was out along near Jackson, the roadside. Well, my wage was £10 in the 6 months. I didn't get a penny till the 6 months was up.
So you were oarman and cattleman in some of the firms. Could you tell us something about that?
Oarman, and then maybe the term I get on maybe for cattleman, you see.
Aye.
And it was a hard job at that day.
Could you tell us about it?
Well, it was all there's Cassie stones about, as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all bound up with cells on the neck again, and you maybe the buyer had held about maybe 30 to 40 cattle. You had stars at both sides, you see. I mean, the turnip shed door, it was great big wakes, and you pulled it up and it get up into the reef itself. Same idea as that garage doors, but big wooden door this was. And you'd had the turnips to slice with a hand hasher. They bought a hashers at that time.
Aye. Was that beef cattle? Would it have been?
Well, you had that thing, you had maybe a buyer of cows and calves, and then you had another buyer. There was hardly courts at that time, but now it's all cattle courts now near. And you had rise about 5:30 in the morning, out the stable and clean your horse to 6 o'clock, and get into your breakfast at 6 at the farm that I was on. It was just brose every morning, to make your own brose. Maybe you wouldn't kind of want to make brose. It's quite simple. You just put in a 2 or 3 spoonfuls of oatmeal and then salt and spice in and boiling water and steer not surprise me.
Aye.
Then bowl of creamy milk you got put on the top.
Mhm.
But say firm does that, I got porridge every night, but she took about 10 slices of loaf with one loaf. And if I get away here me next to 4 my supper, she, firma's wife come in and took my slice of loaf back and in case somebody would eat it.
Is that right?
Oh, they were greedy.
Aye.
The last firma was that they were toffs like
Mhm.
just good for they got. But some of the greedy firmas.
Aye. And what size of firms did you work on? Were they big
We-
firms or?
Well, last thing I was on was out of McDuffie. It was 88.5 acres, about 90 acres. It's just him, a boss and me.
Mhm.
And was there 10.5 years. Then there was a big firm up in Cornwall. It had about three pair of horse at that time, 2 horse at that time, you see. And about 5 or 6 men at that time. And you'd had to sleep and you didn't get a bed yourself. You'd sleep and if you got out of boat, you still had to sleep aside them.
Aye.
And it was us dams at Chalmers and there was no electric light, you see, it was on lanterns. And when you lit it up by lanterns, you saw the steam rising off a blanket. Wouldn't be allowed that now, you see.
No.
Oh, it's a hard life. You got your breakfast 6 o'clock in the morning, dinner at 12, you had supper at 6, and that's what you got till next morning.
What time do you stop working at night, Doddie?
Well, I'll just give you the right hours. You started at, get out the stable at start at 5:30. And you got 2 hours at dinner time, but that wasn't for your sake, that was to give the horse a rest. Because ploughing a whole day, it was sehr work again. And you started again at 1 o'clock and finished 5:30, well, but you just horse not to clean after that and then enter supper at 6. And the weekend, some firms wouldn't let you about 5 place if you were stonekeeper to work. There was no half days in Saturday, you see.